Alright, so we're screwing around here, waiting for this thing to print. What we're doing is, I filmed this earlier, but my camera crapped out on me. I'm using Tinkercad to manipulate the file and add stuff to this particular shape. So this is for the YAESU FT891, and what I was trying to show everybody earlier is there's a guy, he's loaded it up on here. It's hard to find it. You got to just type in YAESU. If you type in 891, you won't find even this one. It's almost like they don't want you to find it, but this guy, these are not 3D printed. These are something else. They're too nice. So these he sells. So if you don't want to print them or you can't print them, it might be worth getting it from him. But the way he breaks it up into two pieces, which is not good. We don't want that. So okay, so anyway, I had to pause for a second and come back. So some people had suggested to just print them together and that they'll fuse together, but that's not the case. That actually, I had printed many of these, and this is one that I modified in a particular type of software where you can make it as whole. Otherwise, if you line them up together in Cura, they'll just separate when you move them. They won't fuse. So I forget which software it was I used to do this, but it still left a mark there, which I didn't like. This one I accidentally printed without support. It was printed this way. And anyway, depending on the direction that you print them, is going to be, you're going to get a different appearance as far as lines go. So you need to figure it out, because it'll look a certain way depending on how you print it. So this guy, I didn't like his design. This other guy here has one that he remixed from that one. It says remixed from the two-piece design. I print mine on flat raft and it turned out great. The file with the 1+ inch is a longer version that gives you 100% protection of the power cord connection while it's still attached. The radio can be stood on its end with a 90-degree SO239 adapter. All other print settings are up to the user. I did 4 walls, 50% infill with ABS. So what I did was I downloaded his. He's got 2 files when you download them. I don't know, is that the... Okay, so this one here is the shorter one. That's the longer one. I don't think you'll be able to print the other one at all. So what you do, this is my modified one, but anyway, what you do is you put it sideways on your print bed for a typical Ender 3 style printer. You put it like that, and it'll fit. So, I'll come over here and show you guys. Okay, so, see, it'll print just fine. Ender 3. Perfectly fine. So, I'm going to print it on this one here. I'm using this really crappy old filament here. It needs to be printed really, really hot and really, really slow. Right now we're just waiting for it to finish doing its thing. I started it, but then I realized I didn't enable supports again, so should be fine now. It should be starting any minute. I don't know what the hell the deal is. I guess we're just we're 1 degree away from our nozzle temperature. So this is going to start in a second. We're at 71 here. So this takes a really long time to print on a printer like this. A really long time. I originally printed this on one of these here, and I had several failed attempts, and so did my friend. I think he used this one. I would probably print it on this, or I have an SVO6 Plus. The SVO6 Plus, though, is incredibly slow, so it needs to be running Clipper. We haven't got to that point yet. Okay, so this thing is should have already been extruding. We've got a little bit of a blob back here. I can see it. So it should print a skirt first. I always like it to do that, and then after the skirt, it'll hopefully everything will be fine, and it'll start doing the real print. I'm starting to lose the color right here on that. I never had any problems with the color coming off of it until I started printing PLA. But generally, I don't print PLA. So this is set to print really fast. I might have to come in and turn it down, because what happens with this particular one is if it prints too fast, you end up with like kind of a dull charcoal-y color. I don't know if this is actually supposed to be on there. I don't think so. So, it shows our print speed's 25 millimeters a second. It looks pretty fast, actually. I mean, considering all things. I've been watching too many Ender 3s print lately, I guess. So, but back over to the rest of this, because I think, let me just check this really fast. I just want to make sure the first layer is going good. I have selected it to print 4 walls and not thin. Now we got to go in here. We need to turn the fan off because we're printing this other stuff. I might have to change my settings on here because it looks like I don't know what the hell's going on here, but that don't look cool. I don't want a bunch of lines in it. You see what it did? It's not, it looks like it's not going to fill it in either. But it did a little bit right there. Yeah. We'll see what comes out. If I can make these really good, I might just print up a bunch of them and try and sell some at the Ham Fest. I don't really think there's that many people that are going to be operating portable that need these for an 891. At least around here, because most of these guys, they're not into that. I'm not confident that this is going to be how I want it to be. But we'll wait and let it do its thing. I might have to slow it down too. You can see that kind of color in there. So anyway, I modified that guy's file. because what I'm going to do is I'm going to remix a couple of different versions of this, and I'm going to upload it to printables, so you can look for it on there. Now the way that it's printing right now is all down to slicer settings, but anyway, let's get back over to this. So on this guy here, you can print this on a smaller printer by putting it in diagonally like I showed you. So what I did was I downloaded his file, and then I went into Tinkercad. And Tinkercad allows me to take these other shapes that are in here. Now this one here, I'm not sure. I'm working on this one. I'm not sure how to move an object up higher. It doesn't seem like it wants to allow me. So I got to export this and be able to flip it. So what I'm going to do, I just open a brand new instance of Tinkercad. They always give it this goofy name. So you go up there and change that FT891 Rev. We'll go import our file. Okay, so we've imported our file here. And now I can go in here, check it, and make sure it looks how I wanted it. And let's see here. So what I'm trying to do, and to flip it, that way I can add that bottom piece there. Okay, so there's a thing here where you just go like this, and that allows you to rotate it 180 degrees. I flipped it. So now we're going to go over here. I'm going to show you what I do. I grab that and I bring it over here. And then I can adjust the dimensions of this. And what we'll do is, as it's default, it's the right size pretty much. So what we need to do is we need to be, I believe, 5, we need to be 4 millimeter. And then I think sometimes it can be kind of hard to get it to pull up the thing again. Like, I don't want to rotate it, I want to change it. And another reason is because it is web-based. So what I do is I just start over sometimes, delete it, and pull another one on there. And usually I just go 8. Once you have these numbers here, you can type the number you want in. I don't know if we went 8 or not. I think it might have been a different size. 8. Wait, not 80. 8 and 4. And then, so then now that you've done that, now just go ahead and, we don't want to rotate it that direction. We want to rotate it this direction. And then now should be able to go ahead and put it in here. And I think that's where I wanted it. So I had to get creative to try and put that in there. So it's upside down right now. And so this is a spot where you could tie bungee cords or, you know, Velcro, whatever. I put these extra ones in here so there'd be some extra in the front, just for whatever. And then I just certainly like how it looks in the middle here. So I wanted to change it completely. And ultimately, I'd like to put, I think, a bar across here and here that things can be attached to, but I'm going to print a few of these and just see how it comes out. I might put a bar all the way through. This has to clear the radio a little bit, but anyway, so we got this here. So now we're going to export this one, and then I'll open it back up in here, and then I can take some pictures of it and upload it to printables. You have to have a picture of it. So we export them as a STL, and then once they're done, then we can go in there and print it. A lot of times you will find stuff people actually have not printed it yet. So I'm going to print this, and we'll check this one out and see how it turns out. So I just wanted to do that and show you guys. So we'll catch you later in the next video. There'll be another video or so on this topic.